Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into the 50-30-20 rule, which is this absolutely brilliant roadmap that transforms budgeting from, a restrictive chore into your actual vehicle for financial freedom. We are going to completely reframe how you look at your paycheck. Let me ask you something right out of the gate. Are you truly paying yourself first? It sounds simple, right? But honestly, funding your future dreams relies entirely on this single, crucial habit. Think about it. Most of us pay our landlord, the grocery store, the utility companies way before we even think about paying ourselves. Well, today, we're going to flip that script completely. We'll show you exactly how prioritizing yourself changes absolutely everything about your financial trajectory. To get a handle on this, let's look at the big picture. Imagine your income as a pie. This strategy divides it into three really clean slices: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. It's just a wonderfully intuitive framework. Instead of obsessing over every single receipt or, tracking every dollar in some giant, complicated spreadsheet, you just look at your finances through the lens of these three distinct categories. It's all about finding that sweet spot, that harmony between living your life today and protecting your life tomorrow. Now, before we break down those specific buckets, we've got to address the elephant in the room. It's a massive point of confusion. Does this rule apply to your total salary or what you actually take home? It's a fantastic question, and let me tell you, getting this specific detail wrong can completely derail your entire budget from day one. The answer is your after-tax net income, period. The 50-30-20 rule strictly applies to the actual cash that lands in your bank account. Once your workplace taxes, your health insurance premiums, and any of those automatic retirement contributions are already taken out, the amount that remains, that's your baseline. That is the pie we're splitting up. All right, let's talk about the first 80% of that pie. Your needs, that chunky 50%, are your absolute non-negotiables. We're talking rent, basic groceries, utilities, and your minimum debt payments. If you don't pay these, there are immediate, severe consequences, right? Then your wants take up the next 30%. And hey, this is the fun bucket. It covers dining out, streaming subscriptions, vacations, the whole shebang. It's super vital to recognize that the 50-30-20 rule doesn't tell you to stop having fun. It just asks you to responsibly cap that fun at 30% of your net income so your future stays completely secure. What's really fascinating about this framework is where it actually comes from. It was popularized back in 2005 by bankruptcy law expert Senator Elizabeth Warren and her daughter Amelia Warren Tyagi. They coined it the ultimate lifetime money plan. They designed it specifically as a simple alternative to offer an easy, structured escape from financial stress. It's literally built for people who just don't have the time or the patience to meticulously track every single penny. Moving right along into Section 1, the 20% foundation, paying yourself first. This right here is where we turn theory into lasting wealth. We are not treating this 20% as some afterthought. It is your foundational engine. It acts as a protective moat against economic uncertainties, which is absolutely crucial in our high-inflation 2026 economy. This bucket does some serious heavy lifting. It builds an emergency fund of at least 3 months of living expenses. It tackles extra debt repayment above your minimums, aggressively knocking down that principal. And crucially, it funds your long-term retirement and future investments. It is literally your ultimate shield against unexpected life events and inflation. So how do we absolutely guarantee this bucket gets funded? Well, the sources make it clear. Consistency matters a whole lot more than size. Automating this intentional saving early on allows the compounding effect to work heavily in your favor. Think about it. If you wait until the end of the month to see what's left over to save, the answer is usually nothing. But by setting up automatic transfers the very second your paycheck hits, you build this consistent habit that silently and effectively grows your wealth in the background. Let's look at Section 2, the rule in action, Arof's budget. Let's transition from abstract percentages to some concrete math. Take a hypothetical professional, let's call him Arav, with an $80,000 net monthly income. Arav has $40,000 strictly allocated for his needs, his rent, his utilities, his groceries. He still has a very generous $24,000 for his wants, which means he can dine out and enjoy his hobbies completely guilt-free. But here's the kicker. Automatically, $16,000 is routed straight into his savings and investments every single month. By keeping these strict boundaries, Arav is actively building his wealth without ever feeling deprived. If you want to put this into practice yourself, there are 3 really simple steps. Step 1, calculate your exact net income. Step 2, look at your past month's bank statements and honestly categorize your previous spending. Ask yourself, was that purchase a real need or just a want? And step 3, which is the big one, adjust your limits. If your needs are eating up 60% of your income, you either have to find a way to downsize your living costs or you've got to drastically cut your wants down to 20%. Why? So that your critical savings bucket stays completely untouched. Look, we totally get that life happens, and right now, finances can feel super stretched. Critics of the rule rightly point out that you can adapt by starting smaller. Start with 5 or 10%, and then increase it as your income grows to maintain the discipline. The actual habit of structured, automatic budgeting is significantly more important than rigidly hitting that 20% target on day 1. Establish the discipline, build the habit, and then gradually scale up your savings percentage whenever you get a raise or finally pay off a debt. If you literally take nothing else away from our time today, remember this. Make saving a non-negotiable, intentional habit. Pay yourself first. By treating your savings and investments like your absolute most critical, high-priority monthly bill, you guarantee that you are funding your future, significantly reducing your daily stress, and taking active control of your financial destiny. I'm going to leave you with one final thought to kickstart your journey to true financial freedom. What future dream will your 20% fund? Is it an early retirement, a down payment on your absolute dream home, or maybe just the profound peace of mind that comes with a fully funded emergency net? Whatever it is, the 50-30-20 rule is your blueprint to get there. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really can't wait to explore our next topic together.